This week's DVD is going to show you how I intend to make a needle out of a leg bone from a camel. The style of needle I'm using is going to be used for netting, and so basically once extracted we'll be able to wind our cordage through the hole onto the point and round the back of the hollow socket. The way to make this is we're going to make something from flint called a burin, and that was used widely throughout prehistory for lots of different reasons. They made hooks, needles, awls, and they did some of their mobile cave arts and so forth with it as well. So in the first place, what we're going to do is explore how to extract a burin from a piece of flint, and then I'll show you how the tip of the burin is constructed so that it does its job. So here we have a large chunk of flint, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and take a cap off of the end here so we can run blades down the side of it. So with a nice size quart-sized pebble, I'm going to hit just there, and that's broken away nicely for me. What I'm looking for from this is the transit of the flakes running down this face here. So we're done with the large quartz pebble. We're going to step down a size or two now to a pebble about half the size of a coconut. And on this top face, that's where the flakes are going to be sent from. That's that first one, and when that goes it leaves its own scar behind. So now we'll step round, take another. That's left me a nice crisp line to think about firing the burin from. And at the top here I want this to curve in a little bit more. So again, stepping down to another size pebble, we'll gently draw the back edge of the top of this core backwards. And so I don't have to hit it too hard, I'm picking up a nice large deer antler soft hammer with a plan to hit directly onto this edge here. It was a nice long flake, it did the full journey, but that snapped in half. So I'm not going to use that. So we'll move on and try and create a new opportunity. And again, we have a nice crisp line, but as you can see, it's slightly concave, so we need to draw the back of this back to remove that concavity. All of the little flakes that come off would have been prime possible arrowheads throughout different periods of history as well. These were favoured in the Mesolithic. Try that again then. Now we could keep going on this. Oops. Take that round so you can see it. You can see the wall here where the flakes are being sent off. And this is the flake that's just been taken. And what you'll notice is it's got a crest down the centre of its back. So what I now need to do is change the end of this into a point in the first place, and to do that I'll use the block of flint as an anvil, just to trim off that surplus. so it comes to a point. And the next thing, because this isn't a cutting tool, we're going to take away these sharp edges too, purely so you can manufacture it safely. So now, to make the most of this, what we're going to do is we're going to take a flake down what used to be the sharp side from either side of the tip, and that should give me what can only be described as like a chisel tip, really. So let's try and get you in the best position to see this nice and close up. So the flake has now been put on its side on the pad, and with this pressure flaking tool I'm going to come up to the tip and press one fluted flake, and that's come off like a little triangular spool. Hasn't left me the perfect angle, so I need to take a second flake off of that, then turn it over and do exactly the same the opposite way. So there, what we have now is we have that chisel tip on the flint. The chisel tip is going to be used by holding the flat side of the flake on the thumb and basically drawing it along into the bone. The first scars are the hardest ones to form because they haven't got a route of passage. So what we have to do is continually draw that and start sinking in to the bone itself. So now the burin's working quite nicely in here, and it's got a channel to go in, so we just continually work this through now until we come through and get quite near to the hollow section. So it's quite a bit of carving to do. Don't worry, I won't make you watch the whole thing. And interestingly enough, you know, for me, I really feel that this is a precious tool out of the archive of prehistory, and it goes down as one of my number 10, one of my 10 top relics of the Stone Age. So hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and I'll show you the needle when I've finished it.